Good morning and welcome to my channel CIO Desk. The objective of this channel is share with you tips, experiences and ways of work for doing a successful CIO experience. The first topic that I choose to share with you is successful follow-up meetings. What are the tips, the techniques, and the way to lead successful meetings to the CIO level? In order to comply with this, I will share to you a story of the nature. Most of us know that there are the powerful drops that hollow the rocks. And what is the success ingredient for the drop to be capable of hollow a strong material as a rock? And the secret is the repetition, the continuous repetition, and the frequency. If you give a small drop, frequency, repetition, to drop in an exact location of a rock for a determined period of time, it will hollow the rock for sure. So having that in your mind, bearing that thinking in your mind, is a way that we can perform successful follow-up meetings. And the first ingredient for me to lead successful meetings is the participants. When you select the participants for the meeting, you have to think of permanent participants. You cannot perform the meeting without the permanent participants. If some of the permanent participants do not participate, do not hold that meeting that day, cancel it, because it is very critical to have the same people participating in the meeting all the time. The second ingredient is the day of the meeting. You should be very, you should take a lot of care in determining the exact day for the meeting. It should be the same time and should be the same day all of the time. If it is a daily meeting, it is in the morning at 8 a.m. all of the time. If it is a weekly meeting, it is Mondays at 9 a.m. all of the time. If it is a fortnightly meeting or monthly meeting, the same. That is important. Punctuality and schedule, and determine the list of invitees that will be permanent. Obviously, to your meeting there can be temporal persons that arrive to the meeting. Some they will arrive, some of others they will not participate. That's not an issue, but the permanent participants should be always there. What is the next thing that you should take care in order to have a successful meeting? Is the dynamic and the ethics of the meeting. The dynamic of the meeting should be based always in what happened in the previous, since the previous meeting to today's meeting. That's the topic number one of the agenda. So the dynamic is determined exactly what happened. The first meeting is critical because you have to select 2, 3, or 4 topics, the most critical ones. It doesn't matter if your general agenda topic is huge. Select only 4 issues, 4 topics, because 4 topics will be selected as the most critical, the most time demanding, are the most important for you and your invitee. And the input of the invitee is critical. For you, you should be very interested in addressing a very specific topic, but you have to determine the priority, not in terms of your selection or your preferences. Should be selected in terms of the business priority, in terms of the invitee temperature or issues. When you do this, you purchase immediately the attention of your invitee, and your attention will be all the time there. So it's very critical to determine these three, four topics, no more. The other element is the ethics. The ethics of the meeting should be detached from the issues. You should be playing the role of impartial instead of judge, because if you become to provide feedback on any topic, in any uncover or any unsuccessful issue presented, you will be cutting all of the input from your invitees. So you should be more a reflection person in terms of make questions to understand what happened, period, and record what happened in a personal log. I will have another video on personal logs, and I will explain the methodology I follow to, for years, create these personal logs. But returning to the ethics. So the ethics is unattached. The agenda. The agenda, I just covered the first part, which is what happened. The second topic is what will happen on those four issues, those four selected issues. There will happen something very interesting, and this is something I want to share with you that happened to me in many, many meetings in all of the years that I've been leading these kind of meetings. The first thing is, during the first meetings, there are non-compliance, and you should not be frustrated. It's natural. It's natural because people is not trained, they do not have the practice to arrive to a successful meeting, a successful follow-up meeting. They are accustomed to arrive to meetings of report what happened and understand what happened and period, and make compromises that are never follow-up. That's the standard practice of the meetings that are not so successful. So when you change the last part of this formula, the first reaction will be uncomfortability. They will feel observed. They will not be feeling very comfortable in your meetings. But when they start to understand that you are not judge them, and you are not giving them feedback, and you are not punishing them, they will start complying with the results and taking compromises. This is the interesting thing. Other thing is that they will be making a lot of efforts to present a better results for the next iteration. The time for the meeting. The time for the meeting is suitable to be 1 hour, but I suggest that you reserve of your agenda 1.5 hours, because the first iterations will demand more time, because they are starting to be set up, starting to be created. The reaction of the invitees is always the same. 1.5 hours is too much. We don't need so much time to make a review of what we have. When you set up the objective of your first meeting, tell them that this is not a review meeting. We are not planning to review where we are. We are planning to identify issues and follow up every iteration on the completion of those issues, and bring more issues to the meeting as we complete the previous ones. That's why we concentrate only on the four most critical. We expect to have them completed from 1 week to the other, mostly 2 weeks, to different iterations. And the number of issues that you can overcome with this technique is unlimited. You can have in 1 year 300, 400 issues resolved, and all of them closed, and all of them successfully analyzed, with dedicated minds on the resolution and dedicated attention of your person in them. No other tool gives you this power. Only the application, only the punctual follow-up meetings, the successful follow-up meetings. There is another thing I want to mention. I will maintain these capsules short, 10 to 15 minutes, no more. And I will upload frequently practices and advices on these regards every week. In the next video, I will complete the personal log practice that I follow that complement the successful follow-up meetings. So see you in the next video. Thank you very much for attending to my channel. And for today, that is all. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.